A top NXT star has hinted at a WWE call-up. Plus, another released SmackDown star is joining AEW, and an unusual playable character has been confirmed for WWE 2K22. It's all in the wrestling news right now. So on NXT t'other night, we had Ciampa losing to Dolph Ziggler.
We did.
Looking like Ziggler versus Bron Breakker at Stand and Eat Liver.
Ooh, exciting.
It was, yeah. You know what? That's a decent
good match.
Stand and Deliver matinee main event.
Absolutely.
For NXT.
Absolutely.
So after the show went off the air, we saw the Rude Dogs, the Dirty Dogs. I did a Michael Cole then.
Whoa!
We saw Rude Dog and the Dweebs. There's a throwback. Yeah, silly. After the Dirty Dogs got chased off by Bron Breakker, Tommaso Ciampa cuts a heartfelt promo in the middle of the ring. Not a long one. They've recently shared it on WWE's YouTube channel, telling NXT fans, thank you, saying, I tell you this from the bottom of my soul. I love you. I love this place. Thank you. Together, forever, we are NXT. Oh. Now, the last speech like this came from Johnny Gargano.
Indeed.
And he's away.
He's gone.
Now, Tommaso Ciampa, I believe, is locked into a contract with WWE as far as we know. So this isn't us suggesting that he's leaving. Quite the opposite. There's a very strong chance, because he's been doing dark matches on SmackDown and Raw. He was even on Raw the other week. There's a strong chance that his time is wrapping up in NXT. We know he's on next week. Yep. He's teaming with Bron Breakker to face the Dirty Dogs. But beyond there, I think we could be looking at a possibly a Raw call-up, or even a SmackDown call-up for Tommaso Ciampa.
I mean, we must be, because we saw him team up with Finn Balor as well this week to face the Dirty Dogs on Raw in a fantastic match too. So I can see, I mean, Finn Balor, I don't know if Finn Balor's got much going on Raw at the moment. Obviously, he has the open challenge with Damian Priest for the United States title, but I have a feeling that sort of he and Tommaso Ciampa are going to be some form of tag team for quite a while, I reckon.
That's a fun team.
That is a fun team. I think, it's a team to take seriously within WWE, which few and far between, I guess, at the moment, perhaps.
Yeah. We're in another weird time with tag teams in WWE. They never 100% really commit to tag team wrestling. There's been moments over the decades where we've seen tag team wrestling sort of step up a little bit, but They get bored easily with tag team wrestling.
That's it.
So why not get a tag team that could absolutely graft and possibly main event some shows?
That would be really
like
nice.
a Riddle and Orton are doing now.
Yeah.
Do more teams like that. More teams of that caliber.
That would be good. That would be really good. Even like them two against Street Profits, or them two against RK Bro as well. I think fantastic matchups. Make it happen.
Well, the Possibilities Rental, we'll keep an eye on that one. Ciampa possibly heading up to the main roster. Talking of teams that went up to the main roster, remember Hit Row? Obviously they're doing... that's mean. We like Hit Row. Oh, Metro! It's a callback to Metro!
We do like Hit Row and Metro.
We like Hit Row and we like Metro.
Very, very, very much.
Survivor Series predictions videos from that one. There's a nice throwback and a half. Obviously Hit Row, as the Hitmakers, are doing GCW for the Culture, which is cool. Shane Strickland, formerly Isaiah Swerve Scott, going in a slightly different direction.
Indeed. It seems as though Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select has learned that AEW is signing Shane Swerve Strickland after plenty of speculation, which will be a huge acquisition for AEW. A very exciting one as well. Very, very exciting one.
Flipping well. So more notes from Sean Fightful of RossSapp.com, who says that Swerve's AEW deal is set to start the first week in March, around that same time as we said in the previous video. Jeff Hardy could be coming in. AEW hoping to use Swerve as a crossover star for other sort of Warner Media shows.
That's interesting.
And he's got the charisma to do it.
He absolutely does.
So make that a thing. Strickland's also been approached as part of the reboot of Ring of Honor. There's no confirmation of whether that is still something that is in the works, but Ring of Honor are interested. And it's Fightful have been told that basically since the moment that he was released, AEW were like, when's he ready? When's he free? We'll have him. Tony Khan, I think, is especially a fan.
What I was thinking of is usually in these sort of Face of the Revolution ladder matches we get a special we get a special something, don't we? Someone who's not been announced yet, but is a surprise when they come out into these things. And I think Shane Strickland would be the perfect surprise for something like that.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, we've got a lot of big men in this ladder match. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how that plays out, because they're very agile big men at that as well, Wardlow, Will Hobbs and Keith Lee. Throw Shane Strickland in there as well. Ooh.
I thought Strickland would be the one they would reveal on the night they revealed Keith Lee. I thought it might have been Strickland. But why not both?
Hey, why not both?
Why not both? The conversation will continue to roll once again about AEW seems to be hiring a lot of people again.
It's true.
I don't want it to get to a point where they've just got this roster of people and they just,
Yeah.
I think Tony Khan worryingly painted this image of him being sort of like an Andy from Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yard sales.
Yes.
All the wrestlers just on a yard.
Oh, look out for the AEW yard sale coming soon. Talking of big money sales, have you got yourself any of them NFTs yet, Andrew? You in the NFT business?
No flipping thanks, Tom.
No
flipping thanks. I'm all right for that.
Well, here's a good reason why you should. Or not. Deadline.com reporting that Paul White, a.k.a. formerly known as The Big Show, along with Richard Harmon from the 100 and Bethany Brown from the 100, Kanzi McClure from Battlestar Galactica, and a few other noteworthy actors and directors and producers are putting together a sci-fi NFT series called Gen Zeros. It's set 200 years after an alien invasion that has left the world devastated, with 10 factions fighting for control of the future of humanity. Paul White is also joining as a producer for the series. He's playing the role of Thatch, a warrior's warrior and a natural leader when it comes to combat. So it'll be an NFT series. I guess you buy in. Yeah, so I was reading. You exclusively own it, and no one can right click and save it.
I was reading up about it, and apparently you buy something on the website called the House of Kaiba, which I'm sure a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh fans will be very sad about. And you buy something on there, and then that gives you exclusive access to the series, and then content like, I think, comic books and certain exclusives and whatnot. But
I like how your entire body language has shifted when talking about NFTs.
It's just one of them things
where you're kind of always like this, and as you're explaining NFTs, you're doing this.
I mean, obviously, there's just a huge controversy around NFTs and whatnot. They're not for me, personally.
Not for thee.
Not for thee.
NFT.
Not for me. Whoa.
Not for thee.
I like it. But I can see this flopping. I feel like the excitement around NFTs is perhaps starting to dwindle a little bit. We don't see it quite as much on social media anymore and whatnot. I just feel like this could potentially flop with the format that it's using right here, because you have to buy something to watch the series, I don't know if it's
so that you have to buy like an app to watch.
Something you go to this House of Kaiba, you purchase something. It sounds ridiculous, and then you can watch this exclusive series, and yes. Well,
good fun.
Let's see what happens.
I just, you know what? I've got $7 million in my bank account. I wish somebody would just sell me a picture of a monkey.
Just right click.
All I want. Oh yeah, I could just right click.
You could just right click.
Save $1 million.
Yeah, he's done it.
Great idea. Great idea. I'm going to get shouted at later. Let's talk about other weird things that are presenting themselves to people with money to burn. WWE 2K22 is out next month. Now, really up for this. It hits different, as the phrase goes. Majority of the gameplay stuff I've seen, I'm excited for.
Yeah.
It feels a bit like, because I was a fan of 2K19.
Yes.
I still play 2K19.
As we all do.
During a couple of days off that I had.
Yeah.
I managed to squeeze in a little bit of time on 2K19 because somebody's made a really good Bron Breaker.
Ooh.
So I got to download them and do Bron Breaker versus Kenny Omega, because I'm a monster. So 2K22 comes out next month. So they've released the soundtrack to the game.
Yeah.
Always, if anyone has played 2K19, is probably sick of now hearing "Blow my mind, blow my mind." It's fine because Machine Gun Kelly has sorted the soundtrack for the next one. He's the exec producer on it. And he is also going to be an unlockable playable character in WWE 2K22. You can play as Machine Gun Kelly.
I mean, we've seen things
Who
like
I thought was a
this.
snooker player.
What? Wait, what?
Is it not a snooker player called Machine Gun Kelly?
Maybe. I don't like just someone with an arm like this. It's like continuously hitting balls. That's continuously hitting balls. Don't say that. Yeah, no, it's fair enough. We've seen people obviously like, yes, chocolate starfish. We've seen Fred Durst be a playable character in these SmackDown games and stuff beforehand.
There's been others, haven't there?
There's been others, and Machine Gun Kelly, he's been with WWE a few times. We saw Kevin Owens powerbomb him off the stage and whatnot, which was pretty fantastic. I mean, we'll see. I think not only has he added his own songs or contributed, his own songs into the game, I think he's actually made some original stuff. Don't quote me on that. I feel like he's made some original stuff for this as well. Don't quote me on this.
Quote him.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like the soundtracks are a very big part, I think, of the wrestling game experience as a whole. We remember them a lot.
Dog.
That's one of the things we always remember the most, I think, about a lot of these things. Sometimes not even the gameplay. We just remember like the soundtracks and how they shaped us growing up.
They really did. Ask anyone that played Tony Hawk about the soundtrack.
Yeah.
They'll get it.
Oh my goodness.
They'll get it. Machine Gun Kelly, not a snooker or pool player, I don't think. I think that's a weird Mandela effect type memory that I've had. I'm definitely thinking of a player that has a name like Machine Gun Kelly who played snooker or pool. Feel free to tell me what that is, and on Twitter, and I might listen, I might not. Unless Fred Durst is in the game, I'll be writing a strongly worded email.
Oh, we'll make him. We can make him now with all the good creator wrestler stuff that they've got. I think someone will definitely. He'll be up within the first day.
Fred Durst versus Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra as guest referee.
Oh, let's get Mariah Carey in there as well.
Oh, let's do it because we are monsters.
Jim Carrey. I'm just saying Carey. No, I don't know why, but
Carey Silkin.
Yeah.
Guy from Ring of Honor. Keys.
Love you, bye.
It's nice to be back.
It is good.